Today we want to learn how do we convert from meters per second to kilometers per hour and from kilometers per hour to meters per second. So the first question we're going to look at is converting. If someone travels at 20 meters per second, what would that be in kilometers per hour? Well, the first thing we look at is we look at second, 20 meters per second. That's how far he travels in 1 second. So if we think about what do we mean by 1 second and how will we move that towards hours? Well, 1 minute is 60 seconds and 1 hour is 60 minutes. So the first thing I'm going to do here, if he goes 20 meters in a second, if I multiply that by 60, because there's 60 seconds in a minute, that'll tell me how far he'll travel in a minute. So multiply 60 by 20 and I get 1200. So that's how far this person travels in a minute. But I'm asked to convert this to kilometers per hour, so I'm going to have to bring my minutes to hours. We know that 1 hour is 60 minutes, so if I multiply again by 60, I'm going to get 72000, and that's how far he travels in an hour. So I'm nearly there now. I've got the distance travelled in 1 hour, but it's in meters, and I need to have it in kilometres. So I need to know how many meters are in 1 kilometre. So 1 kilometre, the word kilo means 1,000. 1 kilometre is 1,000 metres. So how will I convert 72,000 metres into kilometres? I'm going to divide by 1,000. So if I divide that by 1,000, I get 72. So it's going to be 72 kilometres per hour. So I've converted now my question from meters per second to kilometres per hour. What do I do if I have to work in the opposite direction? If I want to convert 108 kilometres per hour into meters per second. Well, again, I have to just take into account that 1 kilometre is 1,000 metres. So this time I'm going to start with my kilometres. So over here, that's how far I travel in an hour in kilometres, but I want my answer in metres. So the easiest thing to start would be to convert 108 kilometres. So I'm going to have to multiply by 1,000. If I multiply that by 1,000, I get 108 and I add on 3 zeros. So that's how many meters they travel in an hour. Okay, I meant to give my answer in meters per second. So I have the meters part done, but I have to go and convert hours into seconds. So what I have to remember is that 1 hour is 60 minutes and 1 minute is 60 seconds. So again, how do I work out then? How far am I going to travel in 60 minutes? That's 1 hour. Well, it's 108,000. Okay, but how do I convert that back to 1 minute? So if I divide by 60, if I divide that number by 60, that'll tell me how far I travel in 1 minute, and that's 1,800. So now I know how many meters I travel in 1 minute, but I'm asked to give my answer in meters per second. So I'm going to have to divide again because it's 60 seconds in a minute. So divide again by 60. And when I divide again by 60, I'm going to get 30. And that's going to be my answer in per second. And that's it. I think I've made a mistake here. You can just check that figure there when I divide.